Just came across a good definition of that the ego is the desire to receive and the soul is the desire to give. That's like a very simple way of saying it. And so the main difference between God and the human being, the creator and the creation, is that God only has a desire to give and we have a desire to receive. And so when the Torah says, when the Midrash says that Hashem created the world something from nothing, in other words, there was nothing, and then God invented something out of nothing, the something that didn't exist yet, because the only thing God doesn't have that he created, the novelty of creation, was the desire to receive. And so that's what the ego is. And so we all have that. Every single human being, every single creation, every plant, animal, every mineral has a desire to receive on different levels.
So why do you feel like we define ourselves and separate ourselves all the time? And how can we stop seeing the differences and start paying more attention to the things that bring us together?
Yeah, I think that's a great example of something that the ego loves division, because if I desire to receive, then I'm just always going to be looking for what's the easiest way to receive. And people that we feel are different than from us, it's easy to immediately discount them and think, oh, this is going to be hard. This relationship is going to be hard. It's easier just to not have anything to do with it. And a lot of people will take that to the other extreme, to even more of an extreme, and think they're bad and label people as bad. But there's a teaching from one of the Rebbes, I forgot which one, that says that you can track your success in your spiritual development. How do you know that you're developing spiritually? By how much you love people that are different from you. That's what he says, because that's exactly, spiritual development is moving from ego to soul, and soul is that we're all one, and soul is loving the other person. And so that's how you know how much. Look at other people and think, how much am I loving people that are different from me? That's the real test. And I think that the way to develop that is, I think you just have to practice seeing good in other people.